everyone. So I'm back and I want y'all to hit that subscribe button and the like button because I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers. Okay, and today we're going to be cooking homemade macaroni and cheese. I have large elbow macaroni. I have smoked paprika, extra virgin olive oil, panko breadcrumbs, whole milk with cream, the heavy whipped cream, and I have salt, black pepper, flour, I think I said Philadelphia cream cheese. I have this. I have the unsalted butter. This is my favorite butter, everyone. I love this butter. Okay. And we have Sharp natural cheese, cheddar cheese, Sharp. Okay, and we have Goria. This is a Swiss cheese in Germany. Okay. And we have Parmesan. And I have a grater. The reason why I have the grater is because I like grating my cheese because it's better and it tastes better than the pre-grated cheese, and it makes the flavor come out a little bit more. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my macaroni on, and I'm going to come back after I finish grating up all the cheese and measuring off everything, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I did my macaronis. Okay, I didn't let them cook all the way. I heated the water up first to let it start boiling. I put in about, let me see, I think it was a 24. Let me see what this here says. This says, what it says, elbow. This is 24 ounces. Right? So I used one of these, then I used half of it. Okay? So I used half of that. So this is what it did. And I let it stay in the water for about a good 3 minutes. And now I'm going to take some olive oil. And since I have so much, I'm going to drizzle this over here just like this here. Okay? And I'm going to use about 2 of these because of what I have. Alright, and then what you do, you take and do it like that, and then you mix it up. This right here keeps it from sticking so much. Some people use butter. You can use that too, but I like the olive oil. You're really not going to really have that flavor. See how it's just, make sure it covers really good when you do this here. You're going to cover it with the olive oil all over the noodles. Make sure all of it mixed in really good with this when you do it. You see, the noodles are not cooked all the way. Never cook it all the way because it's going to finish cooking in the oven. Okay? So, I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm going to take a stick of butter. Since I have so much noodles, alright, I'm going to use a stick of butter. And this is going to melt in here like this. We're going to let it melt. And it's going to start cooking. So this is going to melt. Okay, so now the butter is melted. And you're going to put this here in like this. You're going to stir it around. Let me get some more light here. Stir this around like this here until this here become a golden brown color. Okay? Okay, I added a half a cup of flour to 1 stick of butter because of how much I'm making. Okay, you have to remember, you have to go by how much you're making. If you use a 16-ounce noodles, and it's a smaller bag of noodles, and it's 16 ounces of noodles that's in there, you're going to use a 1/3 cup of flour. And you're going to use about 6 tablespoons of butter. But since I'm fixing so much, I'm using a stick of unsalted butter. Okay, just remember that. It's unsalted butter. And don't forget, I did my noodles. And I put about 2 tablespoons of oil on the noodles. I drizzled it on there and then I mixed it up. So this right here, I'm waiting for this here to get golden brown. And when this here gets golden brown, then we're going to mix in everything else, okay? Okay, see what color it is? It's a gold color. This is the color you want it to be when you let the flour and the butter cook together. And this right here is a cup of milk. It's 4 cups of milk that I'm putting in here. So this is 4 cups of milk. And then I'm going to use 2 cups of 2 cups of heavy whipped cream. I'm putting that in here now. So let me see here. 2 cups of heavy whipped cream. So that's going in here. Alright. I'm going to stir this here up. And it's going to start getting a little bit more thicker. You can feel it up in here. And it starts getting a little thicker. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use me a whole one of these 8 ounces in here. Okay, this is going in. Alright. All of this is going to go in here. And I'm using half of this here cheese. Don't forget, it was 3 cups of Gouda cheese and the sharp cheese. I'm only going to use half of it because some of it, the rest of this here is going to go on top of one layer and then another layer when I put it down. Okay, so this is going like this in there. Okay, so I'm going to stir this here up. I want this here to start getting thick. Alright. It's going to start melting here. Let me put me a little black pepper. This about a tablespoon right here. About a tablespoon. That look like a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half. This is about a tablespoon of salt. Then we're going to mix it all together here until all this here is melted really good. Oh, look at that. That looks good. Okay, see how this here is starting to melt? Look at it. See? This is starting to melt. And I have it on 7. It's cooking on 7. You can put it on 6 for the temperature up under it. Because what you want to do, you want to go ahead on and melt. See? It's melting really good. Everything is melting really good. There it go. And you want it to be good and melted. Then we're going to take and put our noodles in there. I'm going to add my noodles to it. Okay, so I'm taking and I'm putting the noodles into this. Okay? This is where it's going. In here, all of it. Then I'm going to mix it all up. Everything up in here is getting mixed up in here. Okay, so we're going to take this here, do it like this. Ooh, that's some heavy. It's heavy than a dick, so I need something to hold it. That's it. Shucks. This thing is heavy. Let me use this. This thing is heavy. What is this? Heavy. Okay. We're going to pour some of this on here. Just like this. Put it all in just like this here. Okay. Spread some of it out like this. Gonna want it to go around there. And make sure you spray your pan first with some oil. Spray your pan with some oil. Okay. Put some more in there. Okay. Now we're gonna take and sprinkle some cheese on top of here. Sprinkle it with the cheese on top. Just like this. Because remember, we only used half of the cheese when we did it. And the other half is going in here like this. Okay. Then we're going to take the rest of the macaroni and cheese. We're going to put it on the top. Put it on top of there. Then you spread it over the top, just like this. See that? You spread it just like this, right over the top of it, just like this here. There we go. Just like this. Just spread it over the top. Okay. And then I'm going to show you how to do the bread. Okay, so I'm putting about 2 cups of breadcrumb in here because of how big it is. Oh, and I need to tell you, I went back and I made me some more sauce because that wasn't enough sauce. So I went back and I added a cup of everything more because that's a little bit more than what I thought it was. And so sometimes you're going to go with trial and error. Best thing to do before the holidays, do your dry run. This right here is about 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to see if this is going to be enough. And then I'm going to use a half a teaspoon in here of smoked paprika. So I'm going to put in about me a half of that. And then I'm going to take and mix it all up together. Let me see here and see if we got enough butter in here, because this is going to go on the top of the macaroni and cheese. So do your dry run on your family and make you a small amount so you can make sure that you're going to have everything together. And it's with the consistency. Okay, you're going to want enough of the, I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, see how I went in and I made some more sauce to go up around here so I can put it over, because it's supposed to be a lot of sauce, because you forget these noodles still have to swell. They haven't finished swelling because I only fixed them for, let them boil in the hot water for 3 minutes, because you're going to boil your water first. Then you're going to put them in there just for 3 minutes only, and then drizzle it with some olive oil. Okay, so I have this here and it's ready now. Okay, see this? This is ready. It has enough where it's gonna go together. It's gonna make together because I put the butter in there. Okay, so when we get this here like this here, you're gonna take this, you're gonna sprinkle it over the top. Sprinkle it over the top, because I put the Parmesan and everything there. But I did the season one that has all the seasons in it, because I like the way it smells. Oh my God, it smells so good. So we want flavor to this here macaroni and cheese. You know, this is good for the holidays with the breadcrumbs all on it. You know, and everybody gonna rave about it. But first, try it on your family them and just fix a very small amount because it's not Thanksgiving yet. This is Halloween coming up here. So let's try this here out on the family and see what they think. Look at that. Don't that look good? Oh my God. That looks so good. And we're going to stick this in the oven only for 30 minutes. That's it. Only for 30 minutes. That's all. Oven already preheat. Don't forget, preheat your oven to 350. Do not forget that. And I'm going to take this here. I'm going to put it in the oven. And then I'll be back. I made a big mistake. Because I'm trying to cook because we got family and stuff. And I'm in town for my niece's wedding. And I forgot to add the Parmesan in the bread crumbs. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sprinkle it over like this here. I forgot all about what I was doing. Because I'm rushing and trying to do everything and make this video at the same time. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take and do it like this here. And put it over there. It's supposed to be mixed up in with the breadcrumbs. So don't forget, when you're making this here and you do the breadcrumbs, you do the paprika and the butter. And don't forget to mix the Parmesan up in there. Please, I grated it up, but I forgot. So don't forget to put it up in there, okay? So I'll just sprinkle it on. Okay, so I'm back and it's finished cooking. Remember, I cooked it on 350. Remember, add the Parmesan cheese to the breadcrumbs. Because I forgot to add it and I just sprinkle it on the top. But you're supposed to add it into the breadcrumbs. So don't forget that. It's the breadcrumbs, paprika, butter, and Parmesan cheese. And mix it up together. And melt your butter in the microwave before you put it in. Okay? Don't forget that. Oh my God, it's crunchy. Oh my God. I didn't even dig all the way to the bottom. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at the cheese. Look how it looks. Oh my God, it looks good. Now see, this is looking good. This is the way macaroni and cheese is supposed to look. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look. It looks good. Look at that. Looks really good. Macaroni and cheese. Bon appetit. Happy Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. This is what you serve.